Come on, Team Cowboys!
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And Cowboys Nation, this video is going to be a little quick. But I was over on X looking at X, and then I looked down at the trending topics, and for some reason, the facility was trending. So I was wondering what was going on with the facility. So I went over and I took a look. I clicked on it just to see what was happening with FS1's The Facility. And lo and behold, this is what I found. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real, man. Keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, you see it right here from ML Football's Twitter account, from his X account, says just in. Fox Sports has canceled 3 of their premiere shows. Breakfast Ball, with Craig Carton. The Facility with Emmanuel Acho, LaShawn Shady McCoy, James Jones, and Chase Daniel. Speak. Joy Taylor, Keyshawn Johnson, and Paul Pierce. A major shakeup at the network. Man, I looked at that thing, I was like, man, I can't believe it. So we're going to go into the 2025 NFL season without Speak, without The Facility, without Breakfast Ball. We're going to go into a NFL season without hearing about Emmanuel Acho or Shady McCoy's dumb takes on the Dallas Cowboys. We don't have to go into the NFL season listening to Joy Taylor's off and on again commentary about the Dallas Cowboys on Speak. This is shaping out to be a good year for NFL fans. But in order to get the full story, Cowboys Nation, I had to do a little digging. And when I did my digging, this is what I came across. So we're going to go ahead and check out what I came across. It is a USA Today article highlighting what's going on at FS1 with this shakeup. So let's take a look at it right now. All right, Cowboys Nation, we are over here on USAtoday.com, where the headline from Chris Bumbaka, they call me Mr. Bumbaka. Anyway, the headline reads, Joy Taylor out at Fox Sports amid lineup shakeup per reports. All right, Cowboys Nation, I have pre-read this article, so what I'm not going to do is get into the lawsuit situation involving Joy Taylor. That's something that I don't do over here at the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel. Don't want to put that type of business out here, but I do want to talk about the business that will be affecting football, the NFL, and the Dallas Cowboys as a whole. But it does start out saying that Joy Taylor is out at Fox Sports, and so is her show Speak, along with 2 other programs in the FS1 weekday lineup. Breakfast Ball and The Facility are also on the chopping block, according to The Athletic, with Taylor's dramatic few months at the network culminating in her exit. And this is when they get into the whole lawsuits, the one of 2 lawsuits that she's involved in. We don't want to go over her denial of the allegations and anything like that. We don't want to put all her business out there like that. I do have respect when it comes to that front. But we'll pick up right here. It says Breakfast Ball, featuring Craig Carton, Mark Schlereth, and Danny Parkins, while The Facility had 4 former NFL players, Emmanuel Acho, Chase Daniels, James Jones, and LaShawn Shady McCoy as a part of the cast. All 3 shows were created under Dixon, and The Athletic reports low ratings as the reason for the cancellations. So The Facility, they had it all shaped up like, we are the only NFL players, former NFL players on FS1s that's going to give our perspective on the NFL. They propped it up. They had a pretty decent first year, thought that this was going to be the new Speak with former NFL players involved, but didn't last a year. They are headed out for low ratings and stuff. Oh my goodness, Cowboys Nation. And that's the end of the article. So we're going to go ahead and go over to the office so I can give y'all my Raw and Uncut. There go the GOAT right there. All right, we over in the office, so let's get it going. Y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. I know, Cowboys Nation, I know. Y'all see the smile on my face, right? Y'all see the smile. And the smile is not because a person lost their job. Let's not get that twisted. I'm not a hater like that. I didn't want these guys to lose their jobs in the process of actually covering the NFL in a proper manner, in a manner that shows their analysis to be unbiased, in a manner that shows that you don't know who their favorite team is. You don't know who their rivals are. When you watch a show like The Facility, I mean, it happened on Speak when they were on Speak as well. But The Facility, man, they go after the Cowboys, something serious. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a personal vendetta that they have against the Cowboys brand or if it's players on the team. They go after the Dallas Cowboys, something serious. When it happens at the top of the hour, you know that they're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. At the bottom of the hour, they're going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys. When there's nothing to report on the Dallas Cowboys about, The Facility will be talking about the Dallas Cowboys. And if you look at a lot of their videos on YouTube in the comment section, when they're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, you'll see fans say like, oh man, we're talking about the Cowboys again? Or, oh, they got to pay the light bill because they're talking about the Cowboys again. This is something that I complained about, Cowboys Nation. With the lineup from FS1, this is something that I complained about. But you know, FS1's also going to be keeping the herd with Colin Cowherd, and they're going to be keeping First Things First. They're going to be on their regularly scheduled programming. But those other three, they are out of here. They just got ejected from FS1. And like I said, I don't want to smile because they lost their jobs. But the thing is, I just wish, especially The Facility, and I mean Speak too, because Michael Irvin was a part of Speak, and I believe that Michael Irvin, as well as Keyshawn Johnson, both being former players, brought a different perspective to Speak the way that it wasn't brought before. I mean, the only time that I could think that Speak was brought in a manner that was significant to the NFL fan was when Marcellus Wiley and Emmanuel Acho was on that show. Those are the times that I miss because I feel like I got educated when I watched those shows. But the thing is, Cowboys Nation, we all see FS1 for what it is. It's a knockoff of ESPN. It's a knockoff of First Take. We see what the blueprint is, and Stephen A. put the blueprint out for getting paid for being a troll on the Dallas Cowboys, so you're going to see a lot of people do that. It's Stephen A. and then everybody else. And Fox Sports 1, they also contributed to the Dallas Cowboys bashing. So, I don't know if this is karma. I don't know if this is the NFL landscape, the NFL fan base telling these guys, like, we've had enough of this. Because, honestly, I would hope that they would do the same thing, put the same pressure on ESPN for doing their type of takes and their type of coverage when it comes to these athletes, because I'm a fond believer that no athlete should be talked down on. No athlete should be punched down on. I don't give a damn if you are draft bust or not. Nobody should be punching down on these players because these players have done something that none of those talking heads can say that they have done except for the former players. You know, none of the significant talking heads like a Stephen A. Smith can't say that they put on a helmet and put on those pads and went out there and did the damn thing. They can't say that they put on a jersey and went out there and played at the highest level, the NBA level. You can't say that, but they're quick to put these players down. That's something I don't get from the 4 and 3 letter networks, and that's something that I don't get from the fan base as well. How can we talk shit about these guys when we've never walked a mile in their professional shoes? I mean, I can say that I've played semi-pro football, but semi-pro football is nothing like the NFL. So I got to make sure that I represent my takes, that I don't have hot takes, that I give y'all factual NFL knowledge, that I give you factual Dallas Cowboys knowledge, that I keep this classy Cowboys content going, and all the rest of the content creators that you watch, we're going to turn it up a notch now. We're going to turn it up a notch, seeing that these 4 and 3 letter networks are falling by the wayside. Everybody knows how to get their NFL news and experience from. Everybody knows that you could just tune into X, you could just tune into TikTok, you could just tune into YouTube, and you will find a wonderful Dallas Cowboys content creator waiting to give you knowledge on the game, to give you knowledge on your team, to give you a different perspective that you didn't know was out there, but you know now because you are rocking with some of the best. I'm not going to steal Law Nation's tagline because it's reserved for nothing but the best, but you do have some great content creators in this space. I'm not going to give my Mount Rushmore because I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm not going to name names, but you are in good hands when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, I done gave y'all two. Right now, I got one rendering in Vegas Pro, and I'm making this one as we speak. But what do you guys speak? Anyway, so what do you guys feel about the cancellation of Speak, The Facility, and Craig Carton's show, Breakfast Ball? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comment section. If you're digging this content and want to help the Angry Cowboys Fan family chip away at our new goal of 20K, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you feel that the 2025 NFL season is going to be a great one now that we don't have these talking heads involved, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, or Madden 25 or College Football 26 gameplay. It's not the fact that I'm a hater, Cowboys Nation. It's not the fact that I wanted to see these people lose their jobs. I hope that they get replaced within FS1 and get to new shows. They be able to have their own shows. But the thing is, when you come up on that network, when you get to that set and you sit down and you get ready to give these fans football knowledge, make sure it's football knowledge. Let's not be driven by the hatred that you have amongst a rival fan base or a rival team. Let's go in there and do what we do and do it well. Honestly, those 3 spots that are on FS1, let's reserve those for people like Skywalker Still, for people like Voch Lombardi and Law Nation. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Like I said, I can name a lot of people, you know, J Tuck, everybody in the house, but I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.